It is a great pleasure for me as the president of the Italian National Institute for Astrophysics to endorse Florence as the city that hopefully will host the 46th General Assembly of the COSPAR. It is, of course, a very important moment in science and technology that is getting more and more attention. And Italy is involved in many projects, both in space and from the ground, for basic research, exploration and technological advances. So it is really the good moment for Italy after almost 60 years to host the COSPAR General Assembly in Italy, and in particular in this venue of Florence, a wonderful Renaissance city, which of course hosts a number of scientific institutions, the Arcetri Astronomical Observatory, the Galileo House, the Galileo Institute, the National Institute of Optics. And of course, we have a wonderful setting based on nature, culture, and Renaissance. So I think it is a great chance for COSPAR to benefit of all this, and of course a great chance also for the Italian scientific community to have a possibility of hosting the General Assembly and to make, of course, advance in scientific development.
Florence has a long tradition of astronomical investigation looking into space. In 1610, Galileo built one of the first telescopes to look at the motion of the so-called Medicean planets. He named them Medicean in honor of Cosimo II dei Medici, that was supporting his activity and studies. He looked at these 4 planets, Io, Europa, Callisto and Ganymede, to study the Sun and the Moon surface and the universe to verify the recent theories from Copernicus and Kepler. We need a jump of 400 years to arrive at the first stratospheric balloons launched by the Rome University to look at atmospheric particles and cosmic rays coming from the universe, and then the first sounding rocket that was launched by the National Research Council in Florence to study electromagnetic waves transmission in the outer atmosphere. Since then, a giant step has been achieved with the Italian community gaining a leading role around the world in space science, research and technology, thanks to integrated activity between research institutions, space industry and academia. The 2026 COSPAR General Assembly in Florence will be the perfect venue to discuss advanced achievement with the high-energy space observatories, Earth observation, plasma studies and earthquake investigations, 3D map of the galaxy, deep study of the universe and the formation of the first star, planetary missions to Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, to comets and asteroids, and many more to come. Last but not least, the future endeavors of space exploration, the futuristic lunar outpost, the manned mission to Mars and beyond at the end of the century. We invite all the COSPAR delegates to have 10 exciting days of science and space exploration, all together in a great venue, the Firenze Fortezza d'Abbasso, the cradle of the Renaissance time in Europe.
In 2026, 62 years will have passed since the last COSPAR Scientific Assembly in Italy, again in Florence. A few months later, Italy had become the 3rd country to put autonomously into orbit an artificial satellite. Much has happened since then in international space research, and the role of Italy has always been very active through ESA, the Italian Space Agency, and collaborations with other agencies, in addition to the important role of universities and research institutes like ENA. 62 years later, we propose to bring back the Scientific Assembly to Italy, to Firenze, a city with a strong tradition in space research, both at academic and industrial level. We aim at a very active assembly. As always, the scientific commissions will shape up the programs, but we will work to achieve a solid interdisciplinary program will provide researchers from the whole planet the possibility of discussing and laying the basis for future research.
Hello, I'm Sofia Randic, the director of the Osservatorio Astrofisico di Arcetri, one of the 16 research institutes that are part of INAF. The observatory is located on the Arcetri Hill in Florence, close to the place where Galileo Galilei spent the last years of his life and passed away in 1642. Florence, the cradle of art and literature, also has a remarkable scientific and astronomical history. The city is indeed home to museums and institutions of scientific research and is also rich in monuments that recall the history of astronomy. The COSPAR delegates will be able to discover itineraries that include important astronomical signs. Just to mention a few, the places related to Galileo, the splendid zodiac inlaid in the marble of the floor of San Miniato al Monte, the paintings with the twin skies of San Lorenzo and Santa Croce, several sundials and clocks, the ancient geographical maps at Museo Galileo. And of course, the delegates will be very much welcome to visit the Arcetri Observatory.
I'm Dario Nardella, Mayor of Florence, and I am honored to contribute to the bid to host the Scientific Assembly of the Committee on Space Research in our beautiful city. On behalf of the city I represent, I would be proud to open the doors of Florence to the COSPAR participants that would have the opportunity to enjoy our precious historical heritage, our art, culture, and great hospitality. The Italian space research has a great tradition, specifically in Florence. In 1964, we had the pleasure to host the 7th edition of the COSPAR Assembly, and also for this reason, after 62 years, we would be eager to host the COSPAR Scientific Assembly back to our unique destination. I'm really looking forward to welcoming you all to Florence to showcase the best that our city has to offer. Thank you very much.
Hello, I'm Marta Piralli, and on behalf of Firenze Convention Bureau, I'm honored to explain why Florence is the ideal destination to host the COSPAR General Assembly in 2026. Florence is a real gem embedded in the heart of Tuscany, a magical Italian region where everybody wants to go once in a lifetime. We are acknowledged as one of the most captivating cities in the world for the fine art and the impressive culture. But the most interesting fact is that Florence attracts 20% more delegates compared to other destinations. What about accessibility? Despite the common perception, Florence has direct flight connections with all the major European hubs, and it also forms a strategic district with Pisa and Bologna airports, both located within 1 hour by train. Moreover, our airport is located at only 4 kilometers from the city center, and it's connected in only 15 minutes with a very affordable tramway. Continuing with the advantages that all the COSPAR General Assembly attendees will enjoy, accommodation is another key factor. The 75% of the hotels are located in the heart of the city, at walking distance from the Congress venue. The city counts a great offer of rated hotels, nice apartments, but also budget hostels, offering a real value to different guests' needs. As expression of the great commitment of the City of Florence to support the COSPAR General Assembly, a financial contribution of 20,000 euros has been already allocated to this project. Moreover, we will begin to open the doors only for COSPAR of the most charming and exclusive venue we have in our city, in order to host the COSPAR Council Dinner, and to offer, together with our partner Firenze Fiera, the COSPAR welcome reception to all your attendees.
Fortezza da Basso is the venue proposed for COSPAR 2026. This is a unique location in the world, a Medicean fortress with an overall surface of 80,000 square meters. combining Renaissance architecture masterpieces and state-of-the-art technologies. The Fortezza da Basso is part of the Florence Congress and Exhibition Center, a leading congress hub in Tuscany. Its privileged location in the heart of Florence, just a few steps away from the cathedral and next to the Santa Maria Novella Central Railway Station, and the charm of this venue make it a unique place for international events. The spaces planned for COSPAR 2026 include 35 meeting rooms that can run in parallel. The plenary room is Cavaniglia with 2,000 seats, then Basilica, Teatrino Lorenese, Volta, Scherma, and other 30 rooms with different capacities from 450 to 50 seats, for a total of 4,900 seats. In addition, there will be spaces for the registration, for the exhibition, for posters, and rooms and offices for the COSPAR Secretariat. This is a very compact Congress area. All the meeting spaces are very close to each other and equipped with modern audio-visual solutions to ensure a good level of acoustic and excellent connection in case of hybrid event. Different food and beverage options will be provided at the Congress venue. The COSPAR delegates will enjoy a great choice of food solutions, both inside the venue and outside in the courtyards, to meet any dietary needs and sweeter tastes. This complex of century-old and contemporary buildings looks the ideal venue for size and features to host the COSPAR General Assembly in 2026.
We are honored to be part of this bidding team and support INAF in the COSPAR General Assembly candidacy process. Ein Group is an international PCO with 62 years of experience in the meeting industry. We organize more than 3,000 events every year, and we have 17 offices in the world, Florence included. EIN delivers innovative Congress solutions and event-related technology services that create inspiring meetings, emotional connections, and valuable digital opportunities to engage delegates, speakers, and sponsors. The dedicated team that will be assigned to COSPAR will work with passion, exploring alternative ways of interaction, effective formats, new networking and communication opportunities, designing omni-channel experiences that will elevate the return on investments and objectives. And Group International, as a leader in the meeting industry, is aware of its responsibility to clients and all stakeholders in terms of ethics, sustainability, transparency, and quality of service. We cannot wait to collaborate with COSPAR and contribute to make the 2026 General Assembly in Florence a successful and unforgettable edition.